Oh. Hi. I keep meaning to call you, and because I've got a couple lawnmowers I was wondering if you could fix for me at some point in time. I don't need them like right away, but
Are they riders or?
they're Irish. Yeah.
What's wrong with them?
The one is a John Deere 318. My dad thinks it's something to do with the fuel line. He just doesn't kind of look at it, and I don't.
The other one?
The other one is a Toro, a wheel horse that my ex-husband had got. He used to work for Toro, so it's an old wheel horse. And I think, if I remember right, when we retired it, there was something wrong with maybe the starter, because I think what we were having to do to start it at one point in time was the old, screwdriver or whatever to connect everything to make it fire. And then my soon-to-be son-in-law tried to fix it. So I don't know if it's the start switch or something, but he tried to fix it and then so it's been sitting in my shed for a while. But like I said, there's no rush because I have another one that I've been using. They're just sitting there, and I'm like, I really should get this.
If I couldn't even touch them until this fall.
Yeah, that's fine. I know you're busy here all the time. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, that's good. That's a good problem.
They're kind of projects because they're old.
Yeah.
You never know what you can get into.
Right.
And I can't take them on like during busy time.
Yeah.
Because you just never know.
Right, because somebody needs their lawnmower fixed tomorrow. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 318. If it's got an own engine in it, might as well just leave it.
Okay.
Because you can't get parts for them.
Okay.
I mean, yes and no. You can get stuff for them, but not good.
Yeah.
Usually, like if it doesn't start, Onins are funky engines, but they won't get gas because the way they're designed. When they get old, there's an intake and it sucks air basically, so you can't get fuel to it.
So there's really no good way to fix it.
I mean, you can fix them, but
yeah.
God, they're just so. And parts are like 3 times because you got to buy the parts from a Cummins dealer.
Okay.
I mean, I can get some stuff like starters, but anything that's like a hard part, I have to go to the Maplewood.
Okay.
And that's the only place you can buy the parts is from the Cummins dealer.
Okay.
And they don't carry a whole lot of that stuff. Because that engine, the 318 that's a 37 one. So they don't carry this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Kohler K series that they put in John Deere's and stuff for 30 years. Mm-hmm. They quit making that stuff 15 years ago, so you could buy like a piston and stuff, but when the stuff ran out, it ran out. And then there's aftermarket companies that would, make it like China stuff.
Yeah.
But that stuff's getting hard to find too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I work in logistics, so I know how hard it is to get stuff from.
I mean,
or to get stuff anywhere else, it's just.
It's not that you can't get it. It's just that they just don't offer because there's so much new stuff out in the market.
Mm-hmm.
Like the K series Kohler stuff. That engine came out in 1967.
Okay.
They ran that engine till like the 80s. There's a million of them out there, and so they had parts for it. But now the engines are, everything. If you buy a high-end John Deere, it's going to be fuel injection, which is a whole different.
Right, it's a whole different ballgame. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I just fixed a old 30-year-old tractor that I shouldn't have. But, I mean, the lady was happy with it, but I had to charge her like $350.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even do it all because she would have.
More into it than what it's worth. Yeah. Yeah. So it's better for me just to scrap it. Just to sell for scrap, probably, or parts or something.
You could.
I just don't want to sit in the shed. I mean, I don't care. Like I said, I've got one that I use. I'm just sick of this crap sitting in my shed.
If you wanted to get rid of it, like Smith Sales, like all of them, they do a pretty good job. I don't. I mean, I have bought stuff from them. I try not to because it brings so much money.
Mm-hmm.
So I sell stuff up there all the time. I just dropped some stuff off last Friday.
Okay.
Last week.
Yeah. But I mean, non-running, they're probably not going to bring as much, but
Yeah.
Someone would buy them to fix it.
Yeah, they might buy it to fix it or
yeah.
use it for parts.
I think that 318 non-running, if it's decent, I bet you could get like close to 500.
Yeah, 'cause it's in decent. I mean, you look at it and it looks, oh wow, looks like a nice tractor, but yeah, it doesn't get, like you say, it doesn't get fuel to it.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. 'Cause I was driving it and all of a sudden it stopped right next to the shed door. I'm like, okay, and that was the second time that it just quit on me while I was mowing with it last summer. And when it quit next to the shed door, I'm like, this is the sign. I'm pushing that sucker in there for the winter. It's close to the door. It's getting pushed in.
I mean, the people that have them are they like them, but it's an old lawnmower. We have a lawnmower that's ours, 25 years old.
Probably 2025.
It's a 345 John Deere, which is still 25-year-old lawnmower. And that's kind of similar to the 318 as far as like power steering and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that 318 is from the 70s.
Okay.
I mean, I can fix them.
Yeah, like I said, it's not a rush. So I'll just maybe stop if I don't do something else with them. Maybe I'll stop back in fall and figure something out.
The Toro one that's probably got Kohler in it. You can get stuff for them. The Onins are just terrible.
Somebody did tell me like when the Toro one, because I was just gonna get rid of it, and an old farmer was like, don't get rid of that thing. Those things are built so awesome. You can fix those things. I'm like, well, I can't fix those things, but maybe somebody can.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure everything can be fixed. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take and how much it's going to cost.
Right. I mean, that's like the one I just fixed. It was on New Holland.
It was like probably from the 60s.
And the lady wanted for just to use a tow rig and stuff, which is great, but it's been sitting in the shed for how many years? So I mean, the fuel's bad. The fuel line's bad.
The oils need to be changed.
Carburetor has gone through. The points were bad. I mean, you can throw a lot of hours at something.
Yeah.
To make it work.
Yeah.
And she texted me because I didn't change the oil and I didn't change the fuel filter. She's like, "Did you fix the fuel up because it ran?"
Yeah.
I said, "No, because to fix it right, I would have had to put all brand new fuel line from the gas tank." I said, "So you're looking at another hour and a half." And then, but it ran fine. So
yeah.
I mean, if it wouldn't have, we would have went that. And I explained it to her that.
Yeah.
You get another $100 stuck in
Exactly.
there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For sure. All right. Well, good enough. Like I said, I've been meaning to stop by, and I just have never had a chance to. And so,
you've been in here before.
Long time ago. Yeah. Yeah. And I used to work over at the gas station over there, so I think I've seen you guys over there. Cenex. I used to work at Cenex.
When was the new Cenex here?
Yeah, and it's been about. I've only maybe not worked there about a year. I worked there for like 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the front?
Yeah. Yeah, so I've probably seen you guys go through. There's a lot of people that are like, where do I know you from? And I'm like, I'm from Senex. Or whatever, Countryside or Alcivia or whatever it's called now. But yeah.
I don't remember you working there. Did you work the day shift or what?
I used to, well, it depended. I subbed at the school for a while until I got my new full-time job. And then even when I got my full-time job, I kept working there. But I worked the days some, but it was mostly afternoons, evenings, and weekends that I worked there.
Where do you work now?
I work for a company called Genex. Selling, well, I don't sell it, but it's mainly known for bull semen. But I do like cow products, like calcium bolsters and whatever they, the sheets and stuff they need for the AI guns and all the product stuff they need. Electrolytes for gas.
Oh.
That's what I do.
Where do you at?
The main office is in Shawano.
Oh.
So I go over there about once a month or so. Otherwise, I just work from home. And one of our manufacturers that makes a lot of our products, like our electrolytes and our boluses and stuff like that, their shop is right down in Elmwood, so it works out great. I just go down there, visit with those guys once a week,
Oh.
make sure everything's good. And
Is that Alma? Is that last name is Mark?
there's a Mark Anderson that has a
No,
shop down
her
there.
last name is Mark. She used to work. Keith Mark's wife. I can't remember her first name. Heather.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Well, there's all kinds of Marks down there, aren't there?
She started some kind of a business, I think. I'll have to ask her. Talk to her. She used to be I think, or maybe she still works though. When her Prina, she used to be the nutritionist.
Oh, yeah,
Something
okay.
like that. But
I remember the name. I've heard of the name Heather Mark.
yeah, but I think she started something with her own nutrition.
Oh.
Something like nothing about it.
I know there are a few there's a pocket of that down there because there's a company that they got a shop, Elmwood, Elk Mound, Menominee, that kind of pocket. And there's a few of them that work together on some of that stuff. So I wonder if she's kind of in with that group, which would be the guys that I go down and talk to.
I don't know nothing about cows except that I eat them.
Yep. And the milk and cheese and ice cream is tasty.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, all my friends were farmers.
Yep.
Great farmers left
Yeah, not a lot. Not as many as I used to be, that's for sure.
And then I worked at the creamery for a little bit. My wife's uncle actually started the first cheese curd in the 1960s.
Okay.
And he was the GM down there for 20 years.
Okay.
And then her cousin ran the wayside.
Oh, yeah.
Dwayne.
Yeah.
I worked down there for a year. That's as far as I want to be in the dairy industry.
Yeah.
Not there because it sucks, because you don't work for a place that's open 24/7.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be working when you don't want to be working.
Yep, exactly. And on Christmas,
My wife works at Treasure Island, which obviously they're open.
Yeah.
But she works day shift. And you don't get weekends off. I mean, she does.
It's just one day.
It's one day. But down there, someone calls in sick on Christmas, you're there.
Yeah.
You don't go home.
Right. Yeah.
You worked down there up to last year, huh?
Yeah, up to last year over here at Senex. Yep. Yeah. Mandy's a good boss.
She came from Holiday.
Yeah.
And that Blah.
Yeah, Jamie. Yeah.
She's been she worked at Holiday. She used to work at Auto Stop.
Oh, she did. Oh my gosh.
She was like Lifetime.
Yeah. Lifetime convenience store.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's very personable though. I mean, that's a good job for her. She, customers like her. She's friendly.
Yeah. And I did my stint when I was in high school. I mean, I worked at a truck stop.
I think everybody should have to do a job like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I do work on the weekends at Vino too in the Valley, and I'll tell you what, last weekend, everybody was mean. All the customers, I should say all of them, but it seemed like overall, people were mean and crabby and nasty. But then I didn't work the weekend before, but then 2 weekends before when I worked, everybody was happy. I mean, you get your one or two here and there, but I mean, like on Saturday, there were people that were just mean. They were mean.
Are you a waitress down there?
No, oh no, I can't do that. I just work in the front and I see people and stuff like that. I tried serving one time and I don't think that's for
Does
me.
Andy Schneider come around there a lot?
He does. Yeah, Andy and Pam. Yep.
I used to work with Andy a long time ago.
Yeah. They're such nice people.
Yeah, he's retired.